Earlier this week, I made a video about long form versus short form and whether you should do one or the other or both. And I was laying in bed that same evening, just about to go to sleep, and I received a comment which I felt was so good, so I needed to make a video about it. So that's what I'm going to do today. And it's basically going to tell you what I think is a brilliant way to implement shorts into your long form channel. So Stride Warrior has been a subscriber of mine for quite some time, and he left his way of doing shorts, which is genius. And you may be able to implement this into your channel or be inspired by it to come up with something similar that you could do that would allow you to integrate shorts naturally into your channel. So let me explain what it is. First, I need to tell you what Stride Warrior does. So he makes videos about walking around in New York and basically filming the streets, the attractions, the sights, and just general everyday life on the streets in New York. And he also decided to create shorts because those videos are his long form content. Now, if that concept sounds like anything interesting to you, please go over there and show him some support, because I think his channel's great and I find his videos interesting but relaxing at the same time. They're shot from a first person point of view, and he talks over the videos, tells you a little bit about where you are, what the history is, and so on. So it's really just a chilled channel that you can watch, and I find it really interesting. So if that sounds like something of interest to you, go over there and show him some support. But let me tell you his strategy. So what he does, and this is really smart, he films himself doing the walks, but he also, on the way to the walks, has to get there, and he usually does that by public transport. So what he decided to do was film that part of the content, which wasn't going to be content, I guess, but he decided to film it and then make it into content. So he's basically filmed the journey to his destination or to his start point and used that as content. Now that's super smart in itself, because right now you see that I'm driving. I've just been into Stockholm to pick up a new camera and stuff, but I'm driving on my way back home now. Now I can't create any content, you would think, but I literally am. So it's a way, as I said in my previous video, of making content on the move, but it doesn't stop there. So not only has he turned the traveling part into content creation, giving himself more videos, but what he's done is he's focused on the trains and that aspect of it and stations and that sort of thing around it. So his content on his shorts is appealing to a wider audience because it's appealing to people who appreciate trains and transport. Now, the genius part of that is that because it's also traveling, it's also traveling to a destination, it's a journey that he's taking you along for. People who like trains and are interested in that come on his videos or his short form videos. They see that he's on some sort of journey and they appreciate the transport, the trains or whatever, but then they see, oh, he's done some walking around New York. And of course in that there's also transport and things to see and you know, parts of New York. So what he's done there is he's brought an audience in who may never have found his content or been interested, but when he's attracted them in with something slightly different but yet related, then he's hooked them in from somewhere that he would have never reached before. So he hasn't just cut up his long form content into shorts. He's created an entire new audience, basically, from the traveling to the destination or the start point of his video. Now, just think about that for a second and realize, is there a way that you could draw in people from niches that are similar and kind of related, but who may never have found you. I think that is a secret and very, very clever way to use shorts. Not so much cutting up your long form content into shorts and just putting it out there, because then what you're doing is you're basically, in theory, you're kind of getting the same audience that you would have already had and attracting them in. Now, you might still attract more people doing that, but you're attracting the same people, whereas he's cast a much broader net. But he's going to find people who also didn't even know they were going to like his walk-in videos, but then do. And I think that's super smart. Now, something else that he pointed out, which is also a brilliant mindset shift in the way to look at it, in my mind, is that I saw shorts as like an add-on almost. You might drive some extra traffic to your channel. But what I didn't think of, which he pointed out, is that he basically has 2 YouTube channels within one. Because if somebody comes to the train videos and they only like that, they're still going to interact with his channel, like, subscribe, comment, all the normal stuff, but they're going to be there for the train videos, and that's fine, because they're still adding to his overall channel. And then if there's people that only like the walk-in, then they'll just interact with that. But they can remain separate, although they're on the same channel. But the amazing thing is that if people like or investigate whether they like the other side of his channel, then he's going to pick up views, subscribers and stuff, and comments and engagement, and a ton of watch time from both. Now, I don't know if I've explained it well enough, and if I've emphasized how clever I think what he's done is, and how really useful that could be to some of you, which is why I wanted to make a separate video about it, because I didn't want it to get lost in the comments of that video and people not to get the information. I thought it was so good I needed to make a video about it. So something I believe and I often talk about is, can you think a little bit outside the box and do something a little different? Or come up with some idea that is unique for you. And the power of that is that an idea like this, for example, could, even if you can't implement exactly this, you could perhaps be inspired by this even later down the line and remember this, and then find some other piece that brings the whole thing together. And then you suddenly realize that all those pathways that got opened up in your mind because all the information you're getting, they can lead you to somewhere that you would have never got to otherwise. Let me give you an example. There's a channel I watch called Anders Boysen. He's a Danish guy who quit his job, moved out of the city and bought a bit of land in the countryside, in the forest in Denmark, and built a small homestead there basically, and he built a small house and grows his own vegetables, all kinds of stuff. And his channel's about that. But outside of that, he's done some really smart stuff. And one of those things was he used his channel to get people obviously following him. And then he offered a course. I'll teach you how to build your own tiny house. Now that doesn't just appeal to people in his homesteading niche. It also appeals to people who maybe just want to build one in their backyard or whatever. It could be loads of reasons that people want to learn that skill. So he got a bunch of people that paid him to come and learn from him how to make one of these tiny houses. But it doesn't stop there. He got them to make it on his own land. Now this is strategic, because if he built it on someone else's land, it would kind of be theirs and it'd be gone. But he got them to build it on his land. So they all came, paid him to build this house on his own land. And now when they've all left, he's not only got money in the bank, but he's also got a new house. Now what he decided to do with that house was rent it out to people online on Airbnb. So people paid him to build him a house that he could then rent out on Airbnb. So that one idea of having a course or creating a course can spiral into a ton of other stuff and a 100x income source compared to what it would have been if he'd just done the course. And this is what I'm talking about with thinking outside the box. And I believe that Stride Warrior's idea is a great example of that. It's working out how you can use these tools together to make things 100x better than they would have been if you just used them in the standard way or not used them at all. So if you found this useful, please head over to Stride Warrior's channel and show him some love. And obviously only do so if you're interested in his content. Don't go over there and watch 2 seconds and then disappear. That will just hurt his channel. But if you appreciate what he's given us, or you end up liking his channel, of course, please either let me know in the comments here or go over to his channel and interact there and thank him for what I believe is a genius idea and something that I believe you could potentially implement on your channels to help you grow. I wasn't planning on doing this video today. I was planning on doing a 6-month update, but I've been into town, bought a new camera, and I bought quite a bit of new gear recently. So I'm going to try and settle that up and try and do my content next week for my 6-month video on that. So I'll also do a video probably with a little update of my studio and stuff to show you some changes I've made since my first video on that, which is actually my most popular video on the channel. So anyway, I hope this video helped a lot. Go over, say thanks and hi to Stride Warrior, and I'll see you in the next video, hopefully. Take care.